Yeah, buddy. Get that Wi-Fi together, baby. Here we go again. You ready? What's good? What's good, man? Hold on, get my sound effects together. Oh shit, hold on now. Hold on now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. We are back. We are definitely back. We are definitely back. What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to Six Paths TV. Listen, we're going right to this shit, man. Listen, I'm just a guy with a bunch of jobs. One of my jobs is like, listen, I'm gonna take all that weakness out your heart. I'm gonna bring you to the winning circle. You understand? I'm gonna support you on your spiritual walk, no matter what that is, because you can't make good long-term decisions without faith. And everything is a spiritual journey. You understand? I'm here to be your hero. I'm here to be your light. You know what? I'm really here to be your father figure. I keep telling you, I know why you don't see me as your brother. I'm a father figure. You can put it all on me. Don't worry. What is this? It's my heart. It's my kingdom. And it's bigger than any nation on the earth. Yo, what's up, man? Hold on. What my sound effects are? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? I don't have no plans. I don't have any plans for the show. We're going to just get into. I'm just going to go with it. This Cardi B and Nicki Minaj situation has not really come to a head, but it just seemed like it's the most productive thing that either one of them could do right now. So this has gone to mega proportions or crazy proportions, some kind of proportions. All right, before oh shit. All right, we on the right mic. Pause. You understand? Shout out to the snow bunnies though. You can see my borders and shit. Listen, I'm about to go snow bunny heaven mode real quick. No reason in particular. I just want to say snow bunny heaven. All right, and yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna put no caveats on it. Anywho, so I'm gonna play a few different videos, and these videos, I just want to get a good. I want you guys to get a good idea of what their behaviors both are and what these chicks are made of, right? From the inside out. And I'm not saying that artists before had so much more integrity, or they were these crazy great role models and whatnot, right? But I think Twitter might have been the worst thing for a lot of artists because we get to really see who they are. Like, social media makes it where someone can't have the same mystique. It's just certain things. Like, there probably would have been things we would have learned about Prince and Michael Jackson had they had social media or that much exposure the same way these two do right here. Whereas it's countless hours and hours and hours, especially if you're a person who does live streams. Like Cardi B, people be forgetting. Cardi B was a bit of an influencer, a bit of a content creator. She got big from doing these Instagram lives and doing videos on Instagram Live and on her story. And so she got popular doing that, and she was very funny and people very entertaining. And I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of weird seeing her kind of like turn to a rapper because I didn't know her for being a rapper, and then she kind of transitioned into doing that, and that's when the whole relationship with Offset and QC kind of starts off. You understand? So, and then from there, I don't know, and I'm not even sure. What's funny about her and Nicki Minaj is that I've never understood exactly what the issue was or what the problem could even be, aside from just female nature, right? Because again, a lot of y'all be realizing that women's natural tendencies are to sabotage because there's power and chaos for women. Whether it's self-destructive, whether it's not the best thing for her, she still has the most power there. Even though she has power in order as well, right? But it's easier to access that power because she can control chaos a lot better. In a lot of different ways, I think Nicki Minaj doesn't necessarily even have a problem with her. It's just that she knows that it keeps her name in the news to go at people, but also too, from what I understand, people who be hitting on pills, allegedly, go on rants. I remember years ago, Sue Surf was talking about the situation with Drake and Meek Mill. And if you remember back then, this whole thing started, this was like a Twitter exchange, or this started from Meek. Meek was known back then for having these Twitter rants, right? And this one in particular, he was going at Drake, and what he was saying was like, damn, you got a song on my album, and you're not tweeting the song, you're not promoting the song. Now, so that's business. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. That's business. You supposed to handle that behind the scenes, right? He decides to air Drake out on Twitter, basically everyone who's on the album, right? Then after that, he goes into talking about how people got ghostwriters, and people believe that he has something to do with having these reference tracks for Drake leaked. And then that's what started the whole narrative of, oh, Drake don't write his own music and everything, right? Because you got to realize, one of the reasons why niggas in hip-hop, especially like niggas in general, didn't like Drake, they didn't like Drake because Drake was pushing things forward. He's moving shit forward because he's coming with the records. You got to realize, if niggas don't come with hits that everyone knows, if niggas don't bring shit to the next level in a way that's significant in terms of the music getting better, because Kendrick didn't make music better. Music didn't become better because of Kendrick's influence. Music became better because of Drake's influence. Drake is the one they emulate. No one ever tries to rap like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not one of those kind of styles. The same thing with, like, say, DMX might have had more emotion, more grit in a way, right? But Jay was still more influential. I think X had an era. In an era, if we keep it a stack, it only really lasted a couple of years. You know what I mean? Because again, back then, rappers had a short shelf life, and also again, these people. I mean, keep it a stack with you. Most rappers are insane. All right, trust me. I know. Okay. All right. Hold on. No sound effects. Anywho. Let's go ahead and get into the show, man. Get into the show. We're gonna go ahead and do a few joints real quick and whatnot to kind of get warmed up and everything. Not nothing too crazy. You feel me? Oh, I gotta blow my nose. Blow my nose real quick and shit. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the show, man. Let's get it. Man, yeah. John Blank, man. I done run my shit by Dookie. Was supposed to the Space Jam. I done run my shit by Dookie. Was supposed to the Space Jam. Run my shit by Dookie. Was supposed to the Space Jam. I met you, go give scholarships out. Smoking the cookie, the Oscar, the garage, bad one. Glued to my side, 500 benefit, can swallow a partial. Ride like a Dungeon Dragon. License to carry, nigga, pants sagging. Glad you back, match your bitch with the wagon. Cave your chest like Ben, like let your man be a man when it costs me the rental. Folks, you bitch, give me a call when the rental. Let daddy know you got the money I sent you. I cuss ass out on fuck with potential. Moving by faith, right by nigga, be worried about ship now. Niggas didn't believe me, baby in my lap like DDG. But she's ahead of herself, she get a DDT. Got more shit, that's true. Tree in the shade of building, don't bear fruit. Pay my money, who's worth it, you know, Big Daddy got proof. Last one standing, last one, y'all wanna feel my emotions. I don't kill my emotion, I still got motion. I move with slow motion. The bags around me feel like an ocean. Who lyrics she quoting? In the box of his head, it feel like he voting. I feel my emotions. I know what I did, I'm not in the moment. Told my bro I got one life to live, one back to 6 miles, 10,000 the kid. She was from Virginia, but she moved to Jersey. Plotting on me, she the new Cersei. I'm covered in gold like the old Cersei, but I'm done with mercy. Bitch, have mercy. Never dawned on me, you want me to lose. Make more sense than me do what you do. That one last day, go fuck yourself. No step that he sees not accumulate wealth. Every rich nigga done been broke before. I done toast the bosses, got smoked before. Like a D-boy down so dumb no more. But I bet that shit coast to coast no more. I slap you up, I got it in with you niggas. Some disciplined niggas. Tree in the shade of building, don't bear fruit. Pay my money is worth it, you know, Big Daddy got proof. Last one standing, y'all wanna feel my emotions. Wanna feel my emotions, still got motion. I move in slow motion. The bags around me, it felt like an ocean. The lyrics she quoting, with the box's head, it felt like he voting. I know my emotions, I know what I need, I'm not in the moment. Think I'm the way in, drawing a blank, man. Roll my shit by Dookie, my motherfuckers whistling in Space Jam. On my shit, bro. They give a motherfuckers what's in the Space Jam. What you feel is the ocean. Cash flow like I'm from Harlem. Harlem. Yeah. Harlem. Cash flow like I'm from Harlem. Harlem, yo, had to put the hard back on minimum wage. Too many YNs got feminine ways. Why your song get minimum plays? Your bitch told me you been on my plate. Broke niggas saying shit that I hate. My bro, cause the world be fucked. It tastes like you broke. Wanted me to 1%. I paid that dudes. I ain't humble niggas. A death match. Like, oh no. My bad. hit the button, y'all. Anyway, my bad. Cash flow like I'm from Harlem. Cash flow like I'm from Harlem. Yo. Had to put the whole back on minimum wage. Too many YNs got feminine ways. That's why your song get minimum plays. Your bitch chose me and you been on my plate. Broke niggas saying shit that I hate. My broke is the world before the tapes. I ain't broke. Wanted me to 1%. I pay that dues. I ain't humble nigga. It's a death match like Bumble nigga. Move this road, we can rumble nigga. Young OG, same OG. On your timeline, try to stay low key. Had to admit now you don't know me. Matter of fact, you ain't gotta know me. Wish I had a 6 pass cause I was young nigga. Neil Green, my color. I'm not the one nigga I'll be. I wish I believed you sooner. Things happen for a reason. I like this future. I told you my baby, and never Solana. Because of my baby, I'm talking to honor. Not just the coke combined. Next stage, turn little mama. Give you 30 days before I dropped on you. Yeah, like I ain't had to drop on you. First time I should've called the cops on you. Let my Muslim boy make salad on you. The formula make them whole loyal. Saudi Arabia's pay me in oil. I'm a sacrifice just to tickle your pussy. Remain the prize. You the bag but I'm side orders with the wild order. Me and your man, they carry to oh yeah. Me and Lil Mama got matching pajamas, the Gucci pajamas. We in the cabana, my bust down, young Tatiana. Cause of my baby, I'm covered in honor. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama. You mad at me, you match your father. Dark skin bag with the ill nana. I feel like Usher, pop his collar. Oh, cash flow like I'm from Harlem. Cash flow like I'm from Harlem.
Ain't that? Turn this shit up.
I'm a big fan of the hallways, dropping it off and topping it off. Shit got poor face. Okay, I bother be to her shit. Bother be to her shit. Keep a drink close, but I'm contract never do to her shit. Yeah. I think I like my life. I don't need your life. No, I don't need your. Is that my baby? Is that my baby? Is that my baby? Is that my yo? I know it's not who I think it is. Thick ass thighs and a couple kids. Got you out the way with my best shit. Pull a bad bitch on my left rib. I cash every son for the babysitter. I might spin the block and have a baby with you. Young OG now. Hit the penthouse like a holy ground. Give it up for the Jersey boy. I don't buy bird, collect purchase boy. I got the funds for the purchase boy. Ratchet on me like Kobe and Burner boy. We got potential. Moxie with you. Cutting me hook, I done adopt the bitches. I'm out for blood. You would not forget it. Not my sister, you not my sister. Pull my back in the ride with it. The crew run, the crew run. Then I hear now you can't be undone. Had to roll out, I was talking crazy, sounding hazy, bitch and hazy. Is that my baby? Is that my baby? And yo, I'm big name, not your baby daddy. I'm putting hands on hips, hot girl, get at me. The angel of death since not today. I'm in Paris getting topped in the hideaway. Yes, certain things I forgot to say. But you ever tell me what the fuck I to say? If shit go left like the right away. I ain't text back right away. That's a good thing. I don't fucking need you. The one to complete you, the evil's the future. The other way around, left you crown. Kings make queens, see around town. I know you know what do. I know we get down rate. I'm the 23, my bitch on the same age. I'm working hard as a fucking beautiful woman. Sipping wine in that beautiful London. I know it's not who I think it is. Thick ass thighs and a couple kids. I cash myself for the babysit. I might spin the block, have a baby with you. Young OG now. To my penthouse like the holy ground. Niggas that made you nervous. Yo, I think you left wrong. I don't write love songs. You get the fuck on. Oh, get the fuck. I say, is that my baby? Is that my baby? Is that my baby? Is that my baby? I know you crazy. I think I like my life. No, I don't need your life. I think I like my life. No, I don't need your yo. Is that my baby? Is that my baby? I think you left wrong. I don't write love songs. Alright, let's go. Yeah. Yo, 500 pounds. 500 pounds. Yo, call me up now. Bitch, I'm around. I'm in your town. I got multiple styles. I figure shit out. 500 pounds. 500 pounds. What's up? Call me up now. Bitch, I'm around. I'm in your town. Got multiple styles. I figure shit out. Covered in gold. 500 pounds. Yo, you ain't got the heart to tell to stand out. Your mama still mad, I'm not a man now. Wolves in the hood, I tell to stand out. Bitch ass nigga looking for a handout. All pink, everything's my killer camp style. This my season, some the same style. You fool type of way, but I don't feel nothing. It's up for these hoes, ain't nothing for discussion. Gonna cook me, nigga, for better be must be bad in the crib. All them cousins be holding me down, they ain't holding me where I'm in Cairo, smoking on the Denver nugget. Can't shit this future with the digital down. Nigga bad hoes worry about standing out. I want you to tell me how bitter I sound. My nigga fish this hit me with a pound. 500 pounds. Call me up now. Bitch, I'm around. I'm in your town. I got multiple styles. I I figured shit out, Yo, I'm covered in gold. 500 pounds, 500 pounds, what's up? 500 pounds, 500 pounds, 500 pounds, what's up? Call me up now. Bitch, I'm around, I'm in your town, let's go. Multiple styles. I figured shit out, Covered in gold. 500 pounds, 500 pounds. I don't have that much to say. In short, my thesis is, is this y'all queens? Is this what we doing out here? Is this who y'all been following? You know what I'm saying? Is this who y'all I think is the culture? You understand? I don't know who to start with first. So before we get to the end of this, I gotta start with the beginning of this. Shout out to Jay. That was the intro to the Faded Black documentary, where Jay seemingly retired and then never retired again. And basically Jay just said, after that he said, nigga, listen, at any time I can start rapping. And I said, you got it, bro. All right, let's get it. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's start with Nicki. So I wanted to play a few clips. So these are kind of some old clips and whatnot. We're gonna just run through them and everything. I just want to kind of give y'all an idea of like who both of these people are. So for the most part, artists, I don't think that artists should ever have the burden of being a role model or being the one responsible for who influences you and who tells you what's right and what's wrong. You make that choice to see someone as your savior, as your leader, and you know, and that shows poor leadership skills in you, and also shows poor decision making. All right, because that person is mostly there to entertain you, but unfortunately, we have really underestimated the power of the influence from media and why media has been gatekeeped and controlled for so long, because the people who do, they call it programming for a reason. So by this point, one of the reasons why Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, this is really their time, because you got to think about Lil Kim was doing some of the same stuff, but in the way, listen, the way these girls talk, these niggas make Lil Kim sound like, what's say Lauryn Hill, but I think Lauryn Hill probably mean. They made Lil Kim sound like MC Lyte damn near, all right? Because Lil Kim was always considered to be kind of raunchy. Like, that was the style. And even then, like, you know, people were more ready to hear Lil Kim rap like that. Because she just rapped more explicit, and she had more of a diverse array of talents that she could display, because she can kind of rap over any kind of record, because Kim had the voice. Yo, when you have the voice and the delivery and the image, that is so freaking important. And I'm like, yo, and being from New York is just a cheat code, you understand? But anywho, the girls we have now, because you gotta realize that Angry Man made a point about this a while back, about how this is the difference in how men love and how women love. He was talking about how men love way more deeply, even when it comes to hip hop. If a rapper had an album, there was always a song in that album about the woman he loves. It wasn't a song by his mother, a song by his baby mother, his wife, his girl, or both. A lot of rappers have a song about their mother on every album, or at least on a few albums. I'm saying, like, you heard with Drake, you heard with Jay, especially black men. Black men worship their goddamn mother. Okay, like, you trend that shit, but that's something for another time. But you know what? Fuck that. We can touch on that too. Another thing that makes people, because you got to realize Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have a huge fan base. You got to realize that there's actually a civil war going on right now in regards to Cardi B having her fourth child. And the fourth child, you're pregnant with the fourth child, all while not being divorced from your previous marriage. And not only that, you just had a baby for Offset. Yo, real talk, this right here, if not anything else, really proves how much women don't want to work like that, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I think women do not. Listen, that's a lot of hard work. She's older now. She got kids. When you in your 30s, you're not trying to go nowhere. Cardi not really trying to go nowhere like that, bro. She's not trying to be on the road. And not only that, Cardi, we got to really understand that Cardi is not an artist at heart. Cardi is an entertainer. And that's another thing that kind of changed in hip-hop, is you start getting more people who are really more so entertaining, which is nothing wrong with that, because it's super important. But you need that foundation. What made someone like Whitney Houston such a great talent is because she's not a random person online who is moving by faith, or just moving by, I don't know how to put it, but artists do this thing where everything else you do, right? You, like, for example, let's say you work out. Even if you're a person who's not in the very best shape and whatnot, you're still gonna be in better shape than people who don't work out at all, especially if you get decent amount of protein and you train decent, right? But the reason why you'll get any kind of results is because you say, all right, boom, this is chest day, this is leg day, this is abs day, whatever, right? Right now, I want to take this time to go for a long walk, shit like that. Boom, boom, bang, bang, right? So, but with rap or just anything, well, matter of fact, we could just say rap. With rap, artists don't really take that no kind of formal approach, and we kind of just take that out, and to the point where you don't even think about, all right, well, I need to practice. One thing I think I hate about myself is that I'm not putting as much time into practicing raps in general. I think I'm writing a lot more than I ever have, but putting more effort into writing in general. You understand? And doing it on a regular basis. And that's one of the main things that even separates artists that you never heard from artists that you hear. The artist that you hear, that person just put the record out and made it to where you can hear it, and also made it to where you can like it. All right, but anywho, I want to give you a kind of like a kind of a history or just who this archetype is based on, because back in the day, we did have. I mean, it was always kind of similar archetypes where the girl was sexy and stuff like that. Kim was just more so a little more over the top from the poses and all types of stuff. And what's funny is like Jaguar Wright pointed this out, which is like basically Lil Kim is a character that came from the figment of Biggie Small's imagination. This is not even who this person is. This is a character he put together. But there's more to it than that. And I think that even for entertainers, right, it's really important for you to figure out what is your character and create some kind of character for yourself. Like, for example, like let's say something like Fabulous. I was watching the Fabulous interview earlier. I like Fab. I like hearing Fab talk and stuff like that. But Fab is such a cool, laid back nigga. And I'm not saying that he needs to be super animated. But Fab is also very funny. All right? But with Fab didn't necessarily create much of a character for himself. It's not much of a persona for himself, right? And that comes from having an opinion, all right? Fab was always like Fab was in the right place at the right time. I feel like Fab's whole career was being in the right place at the right time. But anywho, but getting to the whole being an artist at heart, Cardi B is not really an artist at heart. Whereas that's one thing I gotta give Nicki over her, is that Nicki has the tutelage. She has the upbringing. I mean, she was stamped by Drake and Wayne and Cash Money. All right, she was stamped by people down south. Like Nicki. For I gotta give her credit. She did put her work in, right? But matter of fact, we gonna go ahead and just play it in the order that I found this. So we gonna start with. So the reason why I want to play this clip, and it's important. I played it before, is because if you watch Nicki Minaj in the beginning of her career, you always saw her with Safari. And Safari was a huge part of the beginning of her career. I know they were in a relationship, but don't ever think that it doesn't matter if someone is good enough at rapping or whatever to be a leading man or a main stage act. If someone contributes, they contribute. If someone supports you, they support you. Because at the end of the day, if you're with someone all the time, they're not just there. But also that feeds into the stereotype of the behavior of women where they feel like if you're able to benefit, if they're at all the breadwinner and whatnot, even though they did that together. Me personally, I stopped. I mean, I like Nicki and stuff like that, but I felt like I stopped being impressed with Nicki when she stopped getting help from Safari. Because I feel like Safari, whether he's help picking out beats, whether he's listening in and stuff like that, if someone's always around you while you're going through your process, matter of fact, you even see videos with Safari in the background at every single fucking recording session. That man dedicated his whole life there. And again, that's also a cautionary tale for you men out there who think that you're going to build with a woman. All right? She's never, if she is actually successful at all, she sees it as I did it. And it's also because of the immaturity that a lot of like women suffer from. Like when you're younger, right? Everything you do, like it's hard for you. You have a very narrow. You're very narrow-minded. Even how you see things, you have a very narrow path that you see down. But as you get older, what's supposed to happen is you basically gain more of a peripheral view. You gain more of a panoramic view, but you can see everything. You can see every nuance. All right, you can see how things go. Like for example, when you're a kid, you have an idea that your parents are making everything possible, but you don't necessarily, it doesn't really resonate that, damn, I need to be mad grateful. You learn gratitude. You learn honor. You learn discipline. No one is born. Some people may be more regimented naturally than other people, but no one's born being hella disciplined. Someone creates that standard, and then you build upon the people who came before you, and that's how we get progressions. How we go from the Model T. What was it? The Model T, like the first car to Teslas now. But the foundation is the Model T, the first Ford car, rolling into town with no windshield wipers. They can start raining. You gotta just sit there and get your knickerbockers wet. But anywho, so she's trying to gaslight us into thinking that she's talking about this because she wants to clear up whether or not Safari ever helped with her raps and whatnot, right? So this is the conversation that's come up and everything. And I believe when they first broke up, he was saying, "Nah, I need my bread. I need to get paid for everything I did." Okay, and this is a long time ago now. 'Cause I think her and Safari broke up in 2015. But one of the main reasons why she did this video is because in her mind she thought that after she wasn't with Safari no more, that Safari was going to just fall off. Safari probably is more popular than ever. I'm not gonna pull a video up right now, but I want to kind of give you an idea why this is going down. So she's gonna call someone that she knew from back in the day, who knew her in Safari, and this is all for the most part discredit him and also I don't say tarnish his image, but she wants to establish this idea that basically it was always me, that basically like that you was my bitch and you was just there. You know what I'm saying, like you never helped me with anything, you were just there. But this is also a part of that narc mindset. A narc cannot find a way to be grateful. A narc cannot see your part in their success or their part in your downfall. But anyway, fair use.
We all laughed at him at Safari because I'm not trying to be funny, he couldn't rap. He couldn't rap.
I didn't mean to ask the question. You take a L. This is going bad.
He couldn't rap. So hey, Louis?
Oh shit.
I know this is so odd. I happen to be on Funk Master Flex show right now.
Sorry, so I didn't mean guns is bad.
You hear me? So let me tell you what he just asked me.
Oh shit.
He said, explain to me Safari's role in the group at that time.
He was the hype man.
He was the hype man, okay? Now, Louis, and I want you to put this on your mother's soul and your life. Have you? He has 2 kids.
They don't know what's going on. They never had my back.
Any man, including Safari, to write raps for me.
Never. You wouldn't even get no ideas from any of us. You was big on, I gotta write my own shit. Y'all not write nothing. And you was always the competition with us, like, nah, my shit better than y'all.
Always the competition. I always thought I was better than every nigga. So I always thought like, and didn't 7 Up have to write his raps?
Don't do
I wrote all that shit. Remember, the part you take my shit out the trash. That rap you stood on K6 was my whole rap.
But remember there was a Trinidadian boy who made up that rap, who confronted Safari about stealing his rap. What was the Trinidadian boy name? What was the boy's name?
Safari, I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm sorry.
The reason why this shit is egregious is because her and Safari have a long history, and he's a part of her success. Someone cannot be next to you, could you guys imagine, right? If it was the other way around, right? And let's say Nicki was the one in the background hyping and support him and stuff. Matter of fact, if she was just his girlfriend, right? Matter of fact, let's say she's not even involved with the music. She's just his girl. It will look super crazy to always make it seem, and this person's been with you from the very beginning, and they grinding with you and all types of shit, right? And every chance you get, you try to embarrass her, or you try to make it sound crazy, or make it seem, again, bro. A narc always wants to discredit you. You got to realize that, yo. The other side, of Nicki, kind of aging in the game and stuff like that, and who she wound up with and everything, and not only that, they had a lot of history together. Think about Safari is that, Safari's still in shape, and Safari is still able to get more women. Because the thing about being a man is this. Not that again, the woman is only as special as you want her to be. Like women don't understand this. They don't understand that men choose to make you special. You're not necessarily special because it's the same thing. But where he went wrong at is building up a life where your woman is out front, where you kind of become her support system and everything. And but the thing is that that's not really her role. If you do that for her, it doesn't matter what she's telling you. She do not respect you for doing that for her. She doesn't necessarily see it. Now again, men confuse women being willing to benefit from what they're bringing with them liking them. Like for example, like some men feel like, oh, she let me take her on a date, and this is another reason why dating has stopped. And all y'all hoes keep making these videos about you don't do coffee dates and you know this and that whole thing exposes y'all and exposes the fact that you're not there to get to know the person and get into a relationship. You're on the date. You want to go on dates and get a free meal, which again, whatever, right? But the point of the date is to get to know one another. First of all, people have never dated like that. That's never really been a thing. Couples barely go on dates. Like social media really have people thinking that all these girls are constantly being taken out. Certain women can run into certain guys who want to take them out. But but again, men never had a way of knowing like, yo, what y'all really think. But yo, y'all just keep fucking going online and just saying whatever. But anywho, I wanted to play this video because I was like, yo, it's something different if this was just her boyfriend that she was fucking around with, they off and on and stuff like that. But when that person was on stage with you, when that person's in the studio with you, like, no, there's no way that person was there the whole time and they had no contribution. None. Nicki has never acknowledged anything that man contributed. All right? There's been so many tips online where she will go out her way to try to make Safari look broke. And the thing is like, yo, I don't know if y'all seen that video with Safari and his ex fighting Erica Mena. Yo, and Erica, listen, she a little older now and whatnot, but Erica Mena is a beautiful Latina. Like, she's a beautiful fucking woman, right? And it's like countless baddies that Safari has been associated with or has been dealing with since Nicki. And in Nicki's case, Nicki is really married to someone who is a sex offender. So at one point in life, she was around Drake and Wayne and Drake were both single. And not only that, you in an industry where we have access to so many different men, right? And at one point, if she had played her cards right, applied pressure, yo, she probably could have got Drake to marry her, all right? Because it was always this flirtatious relationship between them. And you know what? Seeing how she is now, they act like they had sex, bro. Like Drake, quite as kept has been with a lot of these girls, yo. Like a lot of these girls in the industry. It shit is crazy. But anywho, because she didn't strike when the iron was hot or didn't make the right choices at the right time, first of all, she should have just stayed with Safari. Now I forgot who broke up with who necessarily and whatnot, but that was her best shot, right? Because now this dude that she married is someone that she knew from her block back in the day. I guess maybe she always had a crush on him. I don't know, but somehow they start talking. Yo, you know how crazy it is for you to be such a big multi-platinum artist, such a famous artist, right? And pardon me, sorry about that, guys. For you to be such a famous artist, and you have access to so many different kinds of men, but the man you land on is Kenneth Petty, and I'm gonna tell you why she landed on that man. The reason why these women will do this kind of stuff, or even the reason why this girl in particular, Nicki Minaj, has so many different fans. Now, listen, Nicki has the kind of fans who will attack you. Like, this has been talked about. If you say anything bad about Nicki, there will be a whole lot of basically like nasty comments in your Twitter mentions and on social media, because again, the people who follow her, that's what they do. But what it really is that, yo, women, especially the gays, do not respect. They don't respect honor. They don't respect rules. None of that shit. And one of the reasons, and you notice, right, these kind of artists have the most influence. Someone like a Cardi B has the most influence because again, they just participate in prime hood rap behavior, which we're gonna get into in a little bit, right? But I'm gonna play this next clip. This is from a content creator. I thought she made a really dope video. She says, where it says, you know, Nicki Minaj is the mean girl of rap. So the audio isn't that great, but she made a really good point here. I'm gonna play a little bit of this, okay?
Paved the way for you. Him is the blueprint, period. It's been 15 years and Nicki still doesn't acknowledge how she treated Kim, which isn't cool. Now the tables have turned and Nicki is the seasoned rapper in the industry and she's not handling it well at all.
Fair use.
I think the whole Remy Ma diss started the decline of Nicki Minaj. Nicki reigned for years and now things were changing. This is when the Nicki hate train started. Not just because of Remy's diss, but we started seeing the true colors of Nicki Minaj. I've heard countless rumors about Nicki not being the nicest person behind the scenes from different sources. Being a woman in the industry, you have to be assertive, bitchy even, to get your point across. But it's a fine line between assertiveness and just being downright.
I want to speak to that point. One of the reasons why black women in particular fail so much in life when it comes to like socially and in terms of getting long-term results, because every time a black woman tells a story that involves another woman or a black woman and whatnot in particular, she always finds a way to excuse behavior. What she's referring to now she made a statement about to get your point across, you have to be bitchy and this and that, right? And basically, and what it is that I feel like they always make excuses for like bad behavior. But more than anything, they like Nicki Minaj because that her persona is I'm a bitch with no feelings. I'm a bitch that doesn't care. I'm a bitch that's unapologetically selfish. I'm a bitch that that. And in so many words, whether you realize it or not, every time women are trying to be dominant or trying to rule or trying to elevate or whatever, they always do it by imitating a man or imitating what they think men do or what they think a man would do or a man would say, right? And they don't realize that that will never go over well. It's hard for people to like you. Like if you're a man, it's hard for other men to like you if you act like a woman, right? And vice versa. Like no one really. Wait, but I have to realize again. Other women like that kind of behavior because to them it's fun. Because to them it's funny. It's like watching a class clown. It's like watching that kid that's very rude to the substitute teacher. You know what I mean? They know the kid that pulls pranks. To them that's fun. But depending on who you are, these kind of people are fucking insufferable. All right. But it always bothers me when women try to say, oh yeah, when you're in a male dominated industry. Being in a male-dominated industry mostly means that you will get things easy because men always want to give women things. Women like feminism also teaches women that you should just get opportunities and not have to give nothing. Right? Throughout time and space, the artists who have elevated, it's going to be some smashing going on. It's going to be some pay for play going on. It's going to be some favors going on. Nigga, there's always a trade-off. This has always been going on, right? But again, I've never heard anyone speak about what exactly was hard for Nicki in rap necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Or what are these struggles you had? Who are these people trying to do you wrong in the industry or trying to stop you from being Nicki Minaj? I've never heard one story, but the narrative has always been that hey, I'm standing up for myself, which is really a narc feminist mindset. But I'm sorry, it's more of a tactic, right? Where they start doing what I call feng shui and start rearranging the room and rearranging the furniture in the room to fit the narrative, right? What feminists will do in order to, and also you gotta realize everything's about gaslighting. What a feminist will do, or someone who thinks they're feminist, what they do is they always frame themselves and give themselves a perspective, give themselves like a role in this story. And in that role, they're always the hero. In that role, it's always about I'm standing up for myself. I'm speaking up for myself. I speak up for myself all the time. I'm honest all the time. I never have to be disrespectful to be honest. And this is a huge difference in female leadership and male leadership, and also who you become when you have power. Another thing too, and we're going back to the whole point about how she wound up with Kenneth Petty. She wound up with Kenneth Petty because she relates to him more. She you know what I'm saying? Obviously, yo, you're on that same type of timing. If you're a man, right? If a woman ever tells you that her baby father or the man that she married, if she starts talking about he was in jail, couldn't keep a job, if she starts describing a whole bunch of just down bad shit, you are not going to be her saving grace. She's not going to look at you and say, "Oh my God, I'm glad that I'm doing a lot better." No, and no matter what, if that's what she's used to, she look at you like a lick. She can't help but to treat you like you saw because yo, she's used to a different kind of man. But she didn't start liking him for no reason. Women always try to gaslight you into thinking that things are happening for no reason or they don't know what's going on. You understand me? Hold on, man. I gotta stop sharing for a second. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm back. Okay. Okay. So I want to go ahead and keep going through this whole little cook right here. You feel me? With Nicki Minaj. So in a minute, I'm gonna get into an old Cardi clip. Then we're gonna get into just the first part of this exchange, man, and just kind of conclude with that. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get into the rest of this video. I'm gonna play a little more for there.
And Nicki has a reputation for being nasty. Remy Ma alleged that Nicki tried to do little things to stop her from getting shine, and as she famously put it, Nicki tried to stop her bag, and apparently this is the reason she dissed her. Whatever the reason was, this started a domino effect of Nicki hate, some warranted, some not.
Final straw that you said, yo, I gotta drop this.
The final straw is when somebody that is very credible, that we all know, and has sent just pretty much showed me messages that was from her, just talking so crazy and just like just pretty much praying on my downfall. Like, yo, I can't even really say who it is because say what it said because then it was people will know who said it. But I just couldn't believe it. Like anytime anyone came to me and was telling me like, yo, this was said, and so I was like, nah, I don't believe it. Niggas is just saying that because we had a conversation. I told her like, yo, you supposed to.
This also happened to be the time that Cardi B started to make waves, so people jumped off of the Nicki hate train onto the Cardi B train. Because here's this fresh new artist who has a down-to-earth personality and catchy music who happened to be the underdog at the time. So it became one big popularity contest because we love to pit women against.
So this is the real Cardi B. Okay, this is the Cardi B that people fell in love with. Actually, this is perfect. It's the Cardi B that people fell in love with. All right, because you got to realize that once you are successful, and I think in the early in this video, Nicki makes a good point about how people see when it comes to competition. So she does have a point in that regard, right? But when you start getting really popping, people stop seeing you like a person. Like when you're on the come up, people still see you as a person, and they know how to support you and kind of build you up. And again, they're kind of helping you. I've heard 50 Cent say a long time ago, the public will build you up just to tear you down. But Cardi is at the point where she's in the build up phase. But what was unique about this era was that people weren't doing this based off of someone being very talented. They were doing this based off of how much they like this person. All right, not because I believe in her music or her music is so dope. It was actually, to be real with you, a part of it was like was the whole idea of Cardi being in competition with Nicki or there being an issue. And for the most part, that kind of always seems to be the ongoing theme of hip hop is that two female artists cannot coexist at the same time, or whoever's dominant at the time, it usually is one or two girls, and those one or two girls can't get along. Before them, it was Foxy and Lil Kim. To this day, I do not understand or know what Foxy and Lil Kim's problem ever was. But anywho,
each other, especially in the music industry. Between the fans and Nicki Minaj's shady subs that she throws on Twitter, it was obvious that maybe Nicki wasn't too happy about Cardi's success. I think at first Nicki and Cardi tried not to beef, but the fans didn't help comparing them. And then things went left because it seemed like every chance they got, they were sneak dissing and then denying any beef. Nicki featured on a song with Katy Perry and mentioned Offset's name, and then she dropped No Flag. It seemed like a direct, indirect jab at Cardi B. Cardi didn't directly respond to Nicki Minaj, and when asked about her, she would usually say she didn't want to be the queen, she just wanted to rap, and she hated being compared to Nicki. Then Motorsport dropped. Everybody was so excited to see a collab between Nicki and Cardi, and of course they weren't beefing if they were on a song together, right? Wrong. The drama between Nicki and Cardi managed to get even worse because Nicki ended up doing an interview on how the song came to be, and then that's when Nicki explained that she was upset because Cardi didn't acknowledge she was on the song, and that plenty of girls would have been honored to be on the song with her.
Because I really fully supported her. And up until this recent interview that she did, I had never seen her show me genuine love in an interview. And I could just imagine how many girls wish they could have been on a song with Nicki Minaj. And I mean, I'm not saying it in a cocky way, but like,
not wiping her eyes. That's hard. She said, "Yo, the audacity of you, you have the audacity has me in tears, my nigga." She says the audacity has me in tears. She's wiping her eyes right now, crying.
yikes.
The song ended up doing great, and the feud seemed to die down after Nicki and Cardi were seen at the Met Gala exchanging pleasantries, but it didn't last because a year after that, the infamous Cardi-Nicki fight went down because Cardi claimed Nicki liked tweets about her being a bad mother and proceeded to try to attack Nicki Minaj at a New York Fashion Week party of all places.
I totally forgot that this happened. I vaguely remember her trying to hit Nicki. That is crazy. But again, this video is about who these two people actually are and like how far gone we are, right? And how much celebrities are just running wild. And not only that, like we really made a whole culture of elevating the worst, like the worst kind of people and the kind of people who are terrible and aren't trying to hide it. And somehow over the years that became, I guess it is engaging. I think it's stimulating and whatnot, but we got to look at someone for who they are. Like I remember I had an issue with a comment with a mutual, and my man really said, "Well, you know, so and so he ain't got no filter." What the fuck? What are you talking about? That's some nigga shit. Like, and this is why that's why slang is an issue at times because when niggas use too much slang, we lose the plot because you're using slang. And what happens is we don't wind up having a real conversation. No, the conversation is about your man's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like your man's doesn't know how to have a relationship. Your man's don't know how to deal with his emotions and whatnot. Anytime someone go at you for no reason and whatnot, no one's ever going at you for no reason. But if that ever happens to you or someone's fucking with you seemingly for no reason, it's always because they're working some stuff out, right? But anywho, but in this moment right here, I'm glad this part came up because again, I want to point out, you gotta realize this is some hood rat shit. And a part of being a hood rat and a part of being in that lowest common denominator type group is that there are no rules, right? Even the concept of on site. It's on site when I see you. You know what I mean? Like that's a black concept, meaning that yo, my issue with you is so deep that wherever I see you, I'm gonna fight you. This is not in the hood. And this is another issue with elevating niggas who are from the hood who have no class. You would have never seen black artists from this. Black artists, they were from the hood too, right? But you would never see black artists from the 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? You would never see a video of Marvin Gaye fighting Al Green. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know that many old people, so I just named Al Green and Marvin Gaye. But just listen, go with it. All right, just go with it. Go with it.
Sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
Go with it. Just go with it, okay? But this wasn't a time or a place. But again, what got Cardi this far is the fact that she never stopped being that gutter bitch from the Bronx. Unfortunately, like yo, you can't. How can I say? I don't even know how to respond to the fact yo she fought the Met Gala. Hold on, let me bring this shit back. I forgot about
It was
this.
embarrassing. Claimed Nicki liked tweets about her being a bad mother and proceeded to try to attack Nicki Minaj at a New York Fashion Week party of all places.
Okay, my bad. I thought you said Met Gala. I'm sorry. The picture was at the Met Gala. It's his fashion. My bad. But still, like, yo, you want to try to fight someone at a fashion show? That is some love and hip hop shit. If I ain't never heard it.
It was embarrassing to say the least, but Nicki wasn't innocent in the situation because everyone's seen all of the shots that she took at Cardi. And Cardi, being who she is and not being used to her fame yet, thought it was okay to act like a fool at an upper echelon party. Both of them were at fault for the level of pettiness that ensued, and Nicki ended up spilling the tea on what happened on her Queen radio show, which didn't make the situation any better. And Cardi, of course, went on Instagram rants. Eventually, the drama died down, and the two agreed to keep it pushing and keep it positive. Nikki has a tendency to antagonize people, and when shit hits the fan, she cries victim. And the
All right, we're gonna stop that there because this is going to go on for too long. I want to go ahead and just read this tweet real quick, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna build on it a little more later on because I gotta go to sleep. Check it out. Read them in week, boys. I don't have my glasses. Listen, I'm an old man. So this is from Cardi B today. So this is where now they've been going at it, right? But this right here was Cardi B's loaded Lux round. This right here was her third round of Calico. This right here was the you gonna get this work, Nicki Minaj. You gonna get this work. You understand? How I was twitching when she wrote this shit. So let's check it out. She's first of all, she called out her whole government. God damn. I didn't know Tanya was in Nicki Minaj's name. Onika Tanya Mirage. This is my last time responding to you because it's past Twitter now. I gotta see you. She mean that shit too. But first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You said out your own mouth that the little girl in you hasn't forgiven your mother yet. That's because your mother stayed silent when your daddy used to touch on you every time he did that crack pipe. ... I know you experienced a lot of trauma and abuse, but drugs is not going to help you. You need to go to therapy now. I wish I could do a Cardi B voice, but I can't. I'm not, I got too many brain cells. I'm going to let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb you so he can max out your credit card. Yeah, you think I don't know? I ain't going to lie. She might not know, but that shit sounds true enough. We don't know when it's bad enough that we don't know who your husband is. Kenneth Petty he doesn't have a job. Nicki Minaj's husband don't have a job and he a sex offender. That's wild. Anywho, them Queens niggas that you be letting in your house. First of all, why is Queens niggas in your house? Every time you kick them out, be coming and spilling your tea in the hood. But I'm gonna be the realest person to ever tell you, you need to get help. You need to heal from that trauma. You always coming at people, and every time you see them happy because you got so much trauma and pain, and you want to put that on other people. Your fans are going to gas you up, or you literally losing your goddamn mind. You have no friends, no family. It's that man in your house to let you do it on drugs. So you pass out, so you can spend your money and buy the hood chains. I'm not throwing away my career and my endorsements going back and forth with you with words about a possessed drug addicts. I'll see you when I see you in all caps. Now she said this was the last time responding, but that was a lie. Okay. Swell. She said, I'm letting you know again. Stop playing with my kid, bitch. You just mad because your son's favorite color is 5. Damn. In capital letters, she says, "Get the fuck on, you crackhead." Then, quiet is kept. Now again, this shit could be inferred. We do not know if it's actually true, but it seemed like it's true. You know, it'd be good right now, some chicken lo mein. I'm gonna get that this Friday. Chicken lo mein time, niggas. Quiet is kept. The truth is, you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years. You also heavy on drugs, cocaine, ... perks, ... and Xanax with exclamation marks. She said, and Xanax, nigga. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that has the power is Kenneth Petty. But you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated? No, I'm saying it again. But you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated. So basically, Nicki, the reason why you didn't eat was because we already knew that. Who here? If you didn't know that in the comment, please put in the comment section. Let me know if you didn't know what was going on. Was you Dr. Umar? You know what I'm saying?
Sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
Cookies are getting crushed right now. Was you Dr. Umar? Did you not know that? I think we kind of all, because again, I don't think Kenneth Petty has a job. I think he just living life. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, you get to smash on Nicki Minaj and you don't gotta work. You just work out. He just gets to fuck and work out and wear all white. That's awesome, man. That's a beautiful life. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. But anywho, as far as that last critique and whatnot, I now again that's probably alleged. We don't know if it's true or not. But first of all, if you rap in general, you are fucking crazy. That's not a normal thing to think you can do or you should be doing. And when you think a job that's like not a job, it's going to become your job. You are nuts. Okay, you are crazy. You're crazy. You understand? Something's wrong with your brain. But real talk though, like it takes a very unique mind to even be able to put together bars and rhymes and songs and whatnot. Not only that, it'd be crazy enough to go perform in front of people, or be crazy enough to go, put it out online and stuff like that. It's a long process. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of just betting on yourself and believing in yourself and self-expression. And not even that, just the whole path of becoming an artist and your tutelage and who you're around and who's your big homie and who taught you, who made you who you are. And one thing, like I said before, I'm gonna give Nicki that. Nicki does have a solid background. A lot of people who are respected in the game have stamped her from the beginning and stamped her talent. So we're going to always give her that respect. But she has all the makings of a psychopath. Not a psychopath, but just pretty much the ultimate modern woman, a.k.a. the delicate narcissist. The delicate narcissist, where it's like you're a narc. And again, even in this conversation right here, one thing that a narc will do is a narc is not able to really see when they're wrong. So that's why there's not much self-correction. Also, like I said before, women like that will always gravitate towards people who are more like them, right? Even with Cardi B and Offset, Cardi B is not necessarily. I'm not necessarily saying you a bad. Well, actually, you might be kind of a bad person. I don't know, because I mean, it's seeming like did you get pregnant out of spite for Offset? You was smashing. Actually, I did a video on this too, about Cardi B talking about how she was smashing while she was pregnant with Offset baby. And I think it was like either a fake tweet or something like that, where she was saying, yeah, you just mad that his meat was hitting your baby's head. It's crazy. And I think that they tried to say that it wasn't real and that was a fake tweet. Seeing how she going in right now, I don't know. I don't know.
You think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
I don't know, bro. I don't know about them bricks, man. I don't know, but don't know. But going back to the whole schizophrenia thing and whatnot, right? All this is alleged. We don't know how much Cardi actually knows and whatnot, but I gotta say, sounds kind of accurate. Sounds pretty accurate. So, overall, there's more to get to it. I'm gonna get to it probably more tomorrow. I might be breaking it down via shorts. So I'm gonna try to give y'all. I've been wanting to give y'all 100 shorts for a long time, but I'm gonna start giving y'all 100 shorts a week, man. And we're gonna start getting them like that and breaking these topics down. But anyway, so I'm gonna leave it there, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. We get to, I wanted to get into the first part of this beef right here. It's really interesting. I mean, again, I think this whole thing is really just a product of, for one, Nicki wanting to absorb the energy. You know what I mean? And I gotta give Nicki this props on this too. The fact that Nicki knows when to go at these girls. So Nicki she went at SZA while she's hot, while she just got done doing the Super Bowl, while she's on a big tour with, like this right here is the biggest year of Kendrick's career ever. Kendrick has never been this relevant ever. And anyway, she's on these records with Kendrick that the records suck. But anyway, she's and then listen, Kendrick has been attached to SZA's boob for the last year and a half, where like get like, yo, she gotta come with him, like she been his chaperone into like stardom again. So it's like, all right, well, I'm a superstar kinda, so I help y'all, I guess. I mean, like for real, she did this man so many favors. Like, you realize, yo, they've done so many appearances together, performances together, a tour together. Like, yo, he made her go on tour with him to help him sell them tickets. And now that man is struggling to sell tickets in fucking Brazil. You bastard. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
Sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
Crush the cookies over here, baby. she knows when to go at you, and she also understands the importance of keeping her name in the algorithm and whatnot. But also too, going back to the whole thing about a behavior that people who do pills and drugs do is that when they're under the influence, people in prior ages, right? People who are under the influence couldn't go online and talk to the world. Which we can see, yo, when people get high, yo, the worst thing you could do, yo, do not smoke and text, do not smoke and communicate. Yo, if I'm smoking, I probably won't answer the phone most of the time because I'm like, if it's like something that's really important, I'm not gonna answer the phone. I'm like, you know what? I'll wait. All right, I'm not gonna answer the phone right now. You understand? But anywho, and now we got Cardi B. Now her album just came out and whatnot. It's, you know, we got a lot of speculation going on about fake album sales and whether or not Cardi B should be rapping. Me personally, I like Cardi. I never felt like Cardi should be rapping. I always thought Cardi had an amazing delivery, because it was so. I think it's like because it's so gutter and it's so gritty and it's so good for rap where like it sounds good on anything. But she's not really an actual artist though, right? But anywho, I think Nicki more so said, all right, well, listen, you know, you hot right now, so right now is the perfect time to go at you. All right. And that shit just started going left and whatnot. They talking about kids and everything. That shit is crazy. Nicki, hold on, man. Fuck, I'm still here. Let me go ahead and just bring up this tweet. I saw this shit earlier, and I was dying, fam. What's this? Nah. Yo, let me see. I blow this up. Yo, this shit said Nicki Minaj right now. So yo, Nicki Minaj started going at Cardi kids and whatnot. Yo, let me show you this tweet. Where is it at? Oh man, I didn't save it, but oh, I thought I had it. Oh, here we go. Boom. Yo, she wrote, "Culture, you a roach and a monkey like your sister." God damn, nigga, what the kids do? Yo, the kids can't even rap, Nicki. The kids is innocent in this shit. That shit got 31.5 million views. God damn it, hot dog, hot diggity dog. All right, all right. These broads is out of control. Listen, this is the world, no, bro. We are so cooked, yo. Like the fact that these two famous celebrities are going this low. Like you've never heard a celebrity go at someone's kids before Twitter. Okay, Kanye would have never had no platform to call Jay-Z's kids, you know, are looking. You know what I'm saying, special needs looking and stuff like that. If it wasn't for Twitter, God damn. But anywho, shout out to Elon. You know what I mean? But
someone needs a place to stay for the holidays.
Anywho, man, subscribe.
Hey, if you need an oil change,
come holler. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, man. So I just want to touch on that subject real quick and everything. So subscribe to the channel. Have a good night. Peace.